Do you have a pile of fabric scraps that you just don't know what to do with? Don't throw them away just yet. Today, I'll show you 16 creative ways to get rid of those leftover pieces and turn them into something amazing. You'll never look at your scraps the same way again. Whether you're a beginner sewer or just want to get rid of waste, there's something for everyone. Let's get started. Let's start with something simple, fabric weights. They're great to hold down your fabric when you're cutting out your pattern instead of pins. They also double as decor for your sewing space. To make them, you simply sew together squares or circles, fill them with rice, pebbles, or beans, and then close them up. They're gonna look amazing and they're useful too. Keychains are the perfect way to use up even the tiniest scraps of fabric. You can sew them into interesting shapes such as hearts or stars, or just simply circles or rectangles. You can add a little batting in between to make them a little puffy, or you can do embroidery on them. Then you attach the key ring and they make excellent gifts or stocking stuffers. Fabric gift tags are a thoughtful and practical use of fabric scraps. You can cut them into rectangles or any shape you want. To finish the edges, you either can sew them into a hem or you can pink the edges, then add a loop or some kind of string so you can tie it around your gift. You can even write or embroider on the person's name or a message for a very personalized touch. Hand to hand with the gift tags, we can use fabric scraps to actually wrap the presents. So why use paper when you have all this fabric at your fingertips? I would finish off the edges with pinking shears just to keep it from fraying. You tie up the package and then you can close it with a knot or some ribbon or twine. This option not only looks gorgeous, but also reduces waste. Why not transform your fabric scraps into fabric covered buttons? These are a great touch to your garments or even home decor. All you need is your fabric scraps and a button cover kit and a few moments of your time. It's a simple way to add unique touch to your creations. I'm a book lover, so this is my favorite. You can turn your fabric scraps into bookmarks. Simply add some interfacing or a piece of cardboard in between two pieces of long, thin rectangle, and you can add embroidery or perhaps a tassel or some ribbon at the top. These bookmarks are lightweight, easy to make, and great for gifting. And as we're on the topic of books, another great use of your slightly larger pieces of scrap is to actually do a book cover. All you would need to do is measure the book, sew the fitted cover, and add flaps for a snug fit. And using scraps with different patterns and colors will add a unique touch to each book. Well, I'm also an artist, so why not turn your fabric scraps into wall art? You can see this beautiful one has these little feathers that are cut out that are put into a frame. You can just put simple pieces of fabric into frames and have like maybe 4 or 6 of them of different colors and patterns on your wall, which would be beautiful. It's a great way to, an inexpensive way to add beautiful color and art to your walls. Pin cushions are a must for any sewist, so why not use your scraps to create a custom pin cushion just for you? Start with either a circle or a square and sew the seams. You can add in any batting, or you can even use your old fabric scraps to add the filling, close up the final shape, and there you go. You can make them into just these simple shapes, or you can make them into a heart or a flower shape, also would be quite beautiful. Drink coasters are both practical and stylish. You would just need to cut out 2 pieces of either square or circle, add some batting in between, and then close it up. I would love to have maybe coasters, different colors and patterns, or if you have enough fabric, you can make them all the same. It's up to you, and use your creativity. They're quick to make and perfect for protecting your surfaces. As we're on the topic of home goods, cloth napkins are also a great use of some larger scraps. And they also are environmentally friendly instead of using paper napkins all the time. All you need to do is cut out a square or a rectangle and then hem around the edges, and you can have beautiful napkins to reuse for all your events. If you don't have larger pieces, you can piecemeal various scraps together into more of a patchwork, and these would be beautiful for both everyday use as well as your special events. And similar to napkins, if you have larger pieces, you can also make placemats. Or if you do not have larger pieces, again, you can just piecemeal smaller pieces together to make more of a patchwork. It doesn't have to be a standard square quilt. You could have like bigger pieces and then smaller pieces or triangles. You can do all kinds of different shapes and sizes that would look really beautiful. For the placemats though, typically I'd want them a little bit sturdier, so I would add a layer of interfacing in between 2 layers. Your napkins would just be 1 layer of fabric, but your placemats would be 2 layers of fabric with, like I said, the interfacing in between. You can finish the edges just by, sewing them, or you can use a bias binding in another color, which would be really pretty as well. Need a small project that's super functional? Try a card holder. Use fabric scraps to create a slim pouch with either 1 or 2 or more pockets that you'll keep your credit cards, your debit card, your business cards. It's very practical and very fun. You can add some sort of closure such as Velcro or a snap. These are quick to make and great for on-the-go use. If you have some soft fabric scraps left over, baby bibs are such an adorable way to use them. Get a simple bib pattern and sew the 2 layers together, and I would put a closure on with either Velcro or a snap. These make great baby shower gifts, and you can customize them with embroidery or any kind of fun print that you want. Refresh your home with beautiful pillow covers. You can just sew 2 pieces together, combine small scraps together to create a bigger piece so you can cover the whole pillow, or you may have some bigger scraps that you could just have a solid color. You might have square pillows or round pillows. You could add embroidery onto the pillow, add beautiful colors and design to your home. I would close these with either a zipper or an envelope closure. Aprons are both functional and fun to sew. Here you'll need medium to large pieces of scrap, and you can sew them together and make a patchwork beautiful for this apron. You can make a full apron, or you can just make a waist apron. The waist apron obviously would take a lot less fabric, and you would just have a tie in the back. It would be perfect for crafting, gardening, or cooking, and it's a great gift too. And now the promised bonus. I made this work dress out of scraps from 3 other work dresses. You can see at the top I have a black, as well as the bottom flounce is the same black from a dress I made. The middle portion is a nice tan and the bottom is a gray. It's important that all the fabric weights are similar, and it should be a similar type of fabric. These are all medium weight pontes. They're slightly different. Probably the most different is the tan one in the middle. It's slightly different, but the weights are generally the same, so it really worked. I love this dress and I love to wear it, and I have a whole another stash that I want to make something similar. I have these like half yard to a yard of other pontes that I have made other dresses from that I want to make something, a scrap dress as well. I hope these ideas have inspired you to try your own project. Please let me know in the comments which one you plan to try. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel.